Welcome back to Liquor Store Simulator, guys. Now, I'm gonna edit a lot of this while I'm doing this, because right now I'm just trying to organize my alcohol into different sections. You know, beers go over here, strong alcohol goes over here, etc., etc. So that I'm not running around like a chicken with its head cut off and trying to find what I need to restock in terms of purchasing more of that item. I do have 3 restockers as well for employees, but they basically take stuff off the truck and put it into storage, but it's wherever you have that same item. Or if you have an item empty, it goes to wherever they put it. Okay, wherever that sign is, that's where they put it. So I want this warehouse to be set specifically up where beer goes in one place, strong alcohol goes in another, etc., etc., so that I don't have to walk around like a chicken with its head cut off, like I said before, trying to figure out what I need to buy and what I don't. As you can see, I'm basically moving all of the beer types or ale types over here on the bottom or this particular shelf set. I'm going to put the packs on the top part, etc., etc., so that I know where my beer and ale is at. Unfortunately, I can't make the employees do this crap, or I would make them do it. At first glance, you might be thinking, why do you have so much product in here? Well, I'll show you the outside in a minute. Because we're selling so much product as is on the store floor. That's why. And I don't want to have to buy inventory every time after each day. I want to use what's there. And if it gets low, which is part of the reason I am reorganizing all this, because I want to be able to look at one place and be like, okay, this is low, that's low, etc., etc. Looks like we're going to have to put the ale on the top shelf here. Or, well, the cider on the top shelf as well as the beer packs. But that's okay, we should be able to do that quite easily. As you can see, I'm moving all of the beer that we have over here. And this way, once again, I'm not running around trying to find what I need to order and what I don't. It's a little more difficult to do the top shelf because I can't see if it's piled up correctly or not. I just have to kind of guess and hope I have it lined up right. I think the person that you play as in this is kind of a little bit too short in my opinion. Just because it's hard to see when you get to the top shelf. Okay, awesome. Alright, well, it is working. We are reorganizing the warehouse quite handily, honestly. So I like how this is working out. Whether we're going to be able to fit all the ale on this single shelf, that remains to be seen, but I'm gonna try to fit most of it on this single shelf if we can't do all of it. And then these empty shelves, I'm gonna tear down the labels and stuff so that my warehouse people don't continue to put stuff on those said labels. Oh, we're completely out of vodka. Okay. I gotta order some new vodka, guys, but we'll do that in a minute. Yeah, this is not pleasant in all seriousness. Doing this top shelf is not pleasant at all in the slightest. Well, we're not completely out of vodka, but we are getting low, and I really do not like in the slightest that we're so short. We can't really see if we have it lined up correctly. And I have to redo this entire warehouse. That's why most of it you guys won't see me do, because it's gonna take a while. Don't get me wrong, I have a lot of the ale done, but and I didn't even realize we had that much of, like, the stout beer. I mean, that's crazy. Now to get the packed beers up there. I'm a little disappointed on the packed beers, because I thought there would be more to them, honestly. I thought they were going to be 6-packs, is what I thought. It's a little disappointed, honestly. So now that we got all that set up, I'm going to tear down these labels. It's kind of try to take them down. Oh, no, come on. This is really, really finicky. Alright, we'll take all this down as well. No. Okay. So what I'm thinking here is putting the snacks and all that up here and saving a lot of space that way. Let's just take and put all this up here. And then we'll put all the liquor and stuff down on the bottom shelves. Actually, you know what? I'm going to start to move the gin and all that to this bottom shelf here. And try to reorganize this whole liquor system we have going on. Then keep all the well, let's take the corn chips and, well, where was I putting all that? Right, okay, so I know there's more corn chips. There we are. Let's put them on the proper pile as well. You can see by doing this we're saving a lot of space, and I'm going to try and move all of the hard liquor, at least as much as I can of it, to one shelf, so it's a little more streamlined. Not to mention with us actually working on some different products and stuff, because we still have quite a bit to unlock. Honestly, we have unlocked a lot of it, but we still have quite a few things, especially in regards to wine. So I'm really just trying to make it more streamlined, because by the time we unlock everything, this warehouse is gonna be full of different stuff, and like I said, I don't want to be running around like a crazy person trying to find what's what. Okay, I'm gonna temporarily put this on the floor if I can. And then, where was the other Jack Daniels honey? Now I'm gonna call it that because I want to put everything with the respected product, okay? That's what I'm trying to do here. See how much that is helping? I mean, you can't argue with the fact that it's more proficient, for sure. I can just look over and say, oh, this is low, or we have plenty of this, or what have you. There's a bunch of the honey over here. So where I can't seem to find where the other, there we go. So I'm going to stick this right here. I'm gonna stick that over there. We got 30 Jack Daniels honey from what I can tell. If I got everything, this needs taken over to where I kept the regular Jack Daniels whiskey at. And I know it's not called that, but you can plainly tell that that's what it's ripped off. So, I'm gonna call it that. I think this is the gin. Yes, this is the gin. Alright. So, do we have any gin anywhere else in the warehouse? I do not think so, honestly. I'm gonna move all our wines to one shelf as well. And we are getting, honestly, extremely low on wine. So I'm going to have to watch that. Take the corn chips off, that label off. Okay, I'm gonna take, there we go. See how that works? I want to do this with every single product type so that I know what's what. Okay. So let's just reorganize all this. Put all the gin on the bottom, as much as we can of it. Anyways, yeah, I should have done this a long time ago, because it's going to be a lot easier to tell what we're low on after I'm done with all this. We're not going to be able to do this to all of this, but we're going to do this to as much as possible so it's easy to organize and see what we actually need. It's also going to make space for different products. Where are we going to put the bourbon whiskey? That's a good question. I'd like to, honestly, let's put the bourbon whiskey somewhere down here. Okay. I think that might be all the bourbon whiskey we actually have in here. I think. So I'm going to have to order some more of that. For sure. I'm going to pull this off. Okay, we actually can't do that. So what I'm going to do is actually put this over here. I think what we're going to do is put the majority of our liquor on the bottom parts. Do you know what? We still can. So let's move this. Anyway, as I was saying, I think we're going to put our hard liquors on the bottom shelves of the warehouse, so that even if I can't necessarily fit all of it on one shelf, as far as completely separating it, I can go to different shelves and know that my hard liquor is going to be on the bottom. But I do not see any bourbon left besides the 3 that I moved. So it's definitely going to be something that we ordered. That is for sure. Okay, do we have any pirate rum just laying around in a random spot? Just trying to make sure that all our hard liquor is on the bottom. And actually, I'm going to move this candy too to the top shelf here. There we go. I believe that's all the candy. It's up for the beer, because that whole side there is beer almost. So we're not going to adopt the bottom hard liquor policy in regards to that. In all honesty, I would say that we pretty much have this all organized the way it needs to be. I just need to, if they don't move, then what we'll do is we'll open up the store, and I'm going to turn the music on so that you guys are always hearing something and I don't necessarily have to talk the whole time, because there's a streaming mode on here where you can have the music on and it not be copyrighted, which I do have turned on. So I'm going to turn that on to make my editing a little bit easier, to be honest. Just check out the break room, make sure they're not doing anything, because if they are, I don't want to stop them or anything, but I also don't want to leave them on stock handling and have them run all over the store when I'm trying to sell stuff. Looks like they're done, if they did anything at all. So, these guys are going back on break. That's all set up. And now I'm going to check the pricing. We're going to price our new products. I'm going to do it by section because it would just be easier to do that. That's kind of expensive for just straight up candies, but even so, you know what, we'll make them pay maybe $1 more, $4 for, no, you know what, we'll go $3.50. That's what we'll do. We'll go buy $3.50, and then, and this is, I think $3.30 is good too, actually, to be honest. I mean, we'll have to start with that, because we're gonna make a killing off of everything else. When I say killing, I mean killing. Okay, so it's $5. Let's make them pay $7 for pickles. With snacks, I try to be a little more reasonable because they're kind of cheap, but alcohol is where I try to bring up the prices. $7.00. That's $7 for a jar of pickles. It sounds ridiculous, but as long as they buy it, you know, it's what it is. $5 for corn chips. No, we're not gonna rate them like that. I'm gonna say to $3.90, and then I'll adjust it and say $4.96. Now the chocolate pack, that's different. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, let's make them pay $20 for a chocolate pack. So it's $5 more than what I'm paying for. So we'll go with $20. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but I'm actually paying quite a bit of money for that. Actually, milk chocolate's worth less than that. It's crazy. That truly is nuts. And milk chocolate, I think we'll make them pay $5 for 5.00. And see how that runs. $5 for milk chocolate. Now, since we got more new stuff in regards to beer, and the last place we're gonna stop is the soft drinks, because I have to set them up. But the next place we're gonna set up here is the beer, because we do have some more new beers in stock. So I'm gonna make them pay maybe $9 for a cherry beer and a wheat beer, because they're not that much different. I don't think I have any cherry beer in the store right now, but I want to set their price so that I don't have to change it later. Unless it drops or it goes up, whichever. But otherwise, I don't want to have to change it later. Dude, that's crazy. They would never pay that much for beer. Say $10. It's $2 more, but it's beer we're talking about, so they might not actually pay that. But we will see if they actually will. $10 for a cherry beer, and we're gonna set the same thing for a wheat beer. 10. I did it again. Holy crap. Keep forgetting to use that delete button. Alright, well, now we're just about done with the beer, but we have the packs to do as well. Now, I'm going to make the packs, have them pay a lot more for the packs because we're paying a lot more for the packs. So I'm gonna try with, honestly, for this, for both a $10 difference, but it is high level beer. It's the highest level beer we can actually buy. So we're gonna see if we can actually do that and see if they'll actually buy it. $35 for a blonde beer pack. Like I said, I was kind of disappointed in the amount of beer that you get from the packs because it's only 3 beers. I was expecting like a 6-pack or something, but whatever, I guess. Maybe they'll put that in the update, I guess. 35, and once again 35.00. 35. We're sweating there. 35 points. We can also get the draft beers as well. That's the level after this, but in terms of beers that you actually buy off the shelf, this is the highest level beers, which is why I'm attempting to charge as much as I can for them, because they're not cheap to buy, honestly. Okay, everybody's on break. I'm at this point going to, I gotta set the prices for the soft drinks. I almost forgot about that. Okay, and now the thing we're gonna worry about is big bottles. Okay, so we're gonna make them pay like $4.50 for this. 4.50. Hold up, guys, I'll be back in a few minutes. I have something that I need to take care of due to my personal health, so I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, guys, I'm officially back. Let's get this day started. Yeah, the Pepsi bottles need to be priced up. Okay, that's the only thing we need to do now. We gotta do the orange pop too. My apologies. Okay, man, sometimes setting prices like, once again, we're gonna set these to be free. I hope you guys enjoy the cat on my desktop. I thought the customization was pretty cool. They don't have a lot of options, but it's cool that you can do this. Oh, we gotta do the orange pop before we forget. Dang it, I keep forgetting to do that. Oh, $4.50. Yeah. Actually, let's just go with $4. Yeah, let's go with $4. So, there we go. Alright, now we got everything priced up the way we want it to be. Let's open this place up. Finally, took me a while to get all that organized. My apologies, guys. But finally, we're gonna see how this new product sells. And we're running dangerously low on wine, so next time I have to order stuff in the next episode, I'm gonna make sure we get some of that. Linda Adams, you are underage, ma'am. Ooh, he bought himself a pack. Okay, Alfred Hughes. Oh, someone's having a pirate day today. 2 things of pirate rum. $153 off of that, guys. Alright. Potato chips and some chocolate. She bought all the potato chips. Jeez. Well, actually, she bought some corn chips too. I'm not so sure whiskey and corn chips go together. That's kind of nasty. I'm just saying. This guy bought some pop and some whiskey. Frank bought some wine, potato chips, and a Pepsi. Thomas. And she's buying a Coke, some whiskey, some beer mugs, and some chocolate. Nice. And we got on this man, we got some potatoes, corn chips, water, corn chips, and 2 ciders, and then of course a pack of beer. Oh, you know what? It is a 6-pack. I can see that now. I could only, you can only see the first 3 when you pick them up though. So it's not so bad. It's actually a 6-pack. Okay. That's not bad. Man, I'm not so sure this strong alcohol goes with pickles, but okay. He's the first guy that bought pickles, actually. And we got some beers, the heavy whiskey, pretty much, and some beer mugs. $200. That's crazy. And we got Grandpa likes his Irish whiskey. He must be Irish. And Sue Jones, she's barely eligible. She must be having some kind of party or something. And we got Billy Campbell. He's just buying a mother load. Okay, this combination is kind of nasty. Croutons, potatoes, and corn chips and whiskey and beer. Oh, and let's not forget the chocolate. Charlotte Allen, 2002. What do you got? Well, over here we got some whiskey, we got some craft rum, and we got a Coke and some wine glasses. And we got the classic Jack Daniels whiskey for Edmund Allison. Bob Graham. And he likes his hard stuff. But he also likes beer and chocolate. Just a simple cider for this woman. Jenny Burns, 1996, legit. And she's taking a wheat beer, some gin, and some spicy rum. And a cider. My man just with his cider. Oh, she's having a party. 2 6-packs. And some gin and chocolate. And then we got a man with some pirate rum, some wine, some cider, some croutons, and some heavy whiskey. It's quite the, yeah. Alright, she's just a cider. And for Sam Black, you have some pirate rum, some whiskey of some sort. I think that's the Robert whiskey, mint liquor, and some chocolate and a beer. He was underage apparently. I did not catch that. It's alright. At the profits that we make a day now, it doesn't really mean much. This line is just endless. Once again, some heavy stuff and a soda. And some Irish whiskey and a soda. $19.96, water and some beer. Linda Collins. Heavy stuff and a beer and some chocolate. Beer and corn chips. Now, this combination might not be too bad. $19.94. I'm trying to fly through these guys because we're getting quite the line here. Oh, he bought the mother load. Pickles and wine and vodka. That's an interesting combo. 2004. Alright, we did it. Profits are negative 8,000, but it's looking up. Alright guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. It's been a long episode, and most of it was organizing the liquor store the way I wanted it to be, but that's okay. But I hope you guys enjoyed. God bless, and I'll see you guys next time.